Hey guys, welcome to the Hanger Management Podcast. I'm Danielle.
And I'm Jack, and we're psyched you're here because we are talking about smart scales. And if you're only listening, I just did air quotes around smart scales.
Because they're so smart.
Oh, smart. Okay, before we dive into this episode, just a few housekeeping things as per usual. Number one, we like to swear. Number two, please follow us on Instagram at Hanger Management Pod and our personal IGs. And finally, huge shout out to Opulence Media Group for getting us set up. Thank you guys so much. Let's
Thank you.
do it.
This is a really exciting topic because I feel like everybody loves a smart scale.
Everybody has a smart scale now. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but like I will now get clients, start new clients, and they'll tell me all these like numbers. Like they'll tell me their body fat percentage. And I'm like, how do you
know that?
How do you know your body fat percentage?
I don't even know mine.
Yeah, I don't know my body fat percent. I was like, where is this number coming from? And more often than not, it's from one of these smart scales.
Yes.
Because everyone has them now, right? Like they're super popular and people, you can get them anywhere, like Walmart and shit. So
yeah, so just a little, I guess,
what is
a smart scale?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I had one for like a couple of years and I just fired it up for this episode. It's my first time actually like seeing what it can do, but
she sent me a screenshot
of my full
the like reading
panel.
It connects to an app on her phone.
Bluetooth, baby, Bluetooth.
Scale, like what is the world coming to?
No, like literally I stepped on the scale and on my app it was like loading my body weight, like connecting right to the scale, and I was like, wow.
I don't like that at all.
I was a little bit anxious.
It's like
and honestly, like this is a big deal. Like everybody, you're welcome for doing this because I haven't weighed myself in like a month or two.
That's what I'm talking. Okay, so like number one, before we go any further, the fact that people want to
weigh ourselves.
Yeah, I don't weigh myself. I have no idea. Like I don't care what I weigh. I don't. I mean, I understand it's one indicator, right, for tracking progress or whatever, but to me, I just like God bless you. I didn't fire up mine straight up. I was
really excited.
Like I know she was doing research, guys. It was for you guys.
Research. Yeah. I took one for the team. And I put my mental health at risk. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't care anymore what the scale says. So pats on the back for me.
Yeah, like you've come a long way, right? No, but seriously, like that's how I feel. I was like, when I started getting these like clients telling me more and more this number, I'm like, shit, like like worrying about your weight isn't enough. You want to worry about all these other numbers too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over some of the numbers. Yeah. So when I stepped on the scale, I connected to my app. It popped up my body weight, which was 123.8, which was quite surprising to me because I'm usually like 125. So I was like, hello. Anyways, so it gave my body weight. It gave my BMI. Which is fair because I did have to put in my height. So that would have been right. That was 22. It gave me my body water percent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Ask you BMI, right? Is like, cause you can have a BMI and have a lot of muscle. Like BMI isn't the most accurate, but anyway, okay. It gave you your BMI.
BMI is not accurate because it takes height
and weight.
And it can't differentiate between muscle mass and body fat. So yeah. Not everybody loves a BMI. Okay, my body water percentage was 49.5. I have no idea what the fuck that means. I thought I would be more water.
It was this, which means nothing to me.
This was also, I need to also say that I did this like late afternoon. So I'm wondering if these numbers would have been different in the morning. I'm sure they would have.
Oh yeah. For sure.
It told me my visceral fat number.
Oh yeah.
Whatever that means. Like in terms of, it didn't have a percentage. So it was just the number 4.
Number.
So I'm not sure.
What number?
4. Should we Google it?
Just
What is a normal visceral fat? Like, this is not even a
fat number.
It's between 1 and 59.
Oh,
between 1 and 12 indicates you have a healthy level. Oh, good for me.
Okay, there you go. Healthy.
My basal metabolic rate, 1182.
Okay.
That's good. I was figuring I needed at least 1,000 calories to survive. My muscle mass was 80.8 pounds.
Oh, she jacked.
But then when I did a different calculator,
arms are so much.
Oh no. When I did a different calculator online though, which we'll get to as well, it gave me a higher muscle mass. So we're going to go with that one.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously go with the better one.
And then it gave me, and then of course my body fat percentage. So
what was your body fat percentage?
Before this, I asked Terry what he thought my body fat percentage was.
Based on his professional opinion, what did he say? I want to guess too. No, actually, I want to guess too. I would guess just based on just using my professional opinion and the way you look. I guess I haven't seen you kind of like with just a sports bra. So I've only seen you from your photos on Instagram. I'm going to guess 18 to 20.
Yeah. He said 20. Do you want to know
what my friends
scale said?
What did the scale say?
27.7%. I was like, huh? But like I knew it would be, I was thinking maybe like 22.
Yeah.
Because that's normal. Let's talk about normal.
What?
Where should we start? Should we talk about normal or what should we do?
Yeah, I guess. Okay, so let's talk about what a normal body fat percentage is. Like, you know what? Because we're really here to talk about these smart scales, right? And basically why they're shit. Oh, did I give it all away? My bad. But yeah, let's talk. I guess let's just quickly discuss what a regular body fat percentage for women. Let's specifically for women because we're women. What would a regular body fat percentage for women be?
Yeah, so obviously females need to have a higher percentage body fat than men because for reproductive purposes and
I don't have boobs. I just touched my boobs like I have boobs. I don't have
these things.
But boobs are fat.
Butts, right? We just carry fat naturally in different places than men, and we have a higher percentage than they do. So it's very normal to have a higher percentage than men. That would be alarming.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. So what is a normal body fat percentage, or not normal because that's all over the place. What is like a healthy body fat percentage?
Yeah. So like there's definitely lots of fluctuations, but for the most part, I'm seeing like between 21 to 33% would be considered healthy, sustainable for your organs, sustainable for reproductive purposes. All those types
so you
of
don't
things.
lose your period.
Yeah. You don't want to lose that, baby.
Which I don't know if you did when you were competing. I did early on when I first started.
I didn't have one. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought when I first started competing, I lost mine because I went down to 9% body fat at one point. Your eyes just went, what?
Oh my
God. So that's like an average or a normal.
That's even considered like on the lower, like the 20% is considered like
low.
Lean. Yeah. Lean. And very active and very athletic, I guess would be the word.
Yeah. So I know from my history with pinch tests and I will get into the different ways you can do it. Or really the only accurate ways you can test body fat percentage. But for me, the lowest I've ever been was 9% ever. And that was literally like
Skeletor.
like nothing. That was the leanest ever. I think generally I'm between like I'm probably near you. I'm probably between 18 and 22 normally. Yeah. I'm a lean person naturally. So yeah. So that's like,
and I think like while we're talking about the numbers too, because I remember when I first started like learning about body fat percentages, and it honestly, it sounded high to me. And I don't even mean that in like I just was uneducated
True.
that that's actually a normal and
Yeah.
healthy percentage. Like you're kind of picturing like, oh, eliminate like all the body fat and be like 5% or like under 15%. It's like, dude, that's literally putting your whole self at risk, and so not
Well, that's losing your period, unable to have like unable to reproduce.
no boobs.
Um,
You wouldn't have those fat
no,
deposits,
you wouldn't
right?
have
Of like you wouldn't
boobs.
have breasts or
If you were at 10% body fat, you would not have any boobs, you would not have any butt, you would not have anything. It would be like skin. You
yeah.
pinch and there's just skin. That's what that low number means. And I think you're right, like to say, I think a lot of people when they first hear like body fat percentage, it's like, oh, I need to be like in the teens or low,
Yeah.
right? Like that's no. Like that's
Please
not
don't.
it. Yeah, and we see people talk about body fat percentage all the time and throwing it around numbers based on these smart scales, which just aren't accurate. Like
No.
they're just not accurate. And the reason I really wanted to talk about this was specifically because I see diet culture trying to move away from weight, right? Like you see like people being like, oh, I don't like weigh myself anymore. I just care about body fat percentage. Like,
I just want to lose body fat.
It's another number. It's just to say it's like another number to focus on.
And it's all correlated. If I weigh in tomorrow morning on my smart scale, 2 pounds later, my body fat percentage is going to be lower. It's all this, it's related.
It's not accurate. And it's not accurate. So when someone starts talking about their body fat percentage publicly, not only is that dangerous because it's promoting misinformation, it's not accurate. It really plays into diet culture. At the end of the day, it contributes to diet culture. It's the same thing as being concerned about your weight. It really does. It really is. So, So at the end, like smart scales aren't accurate. If you're tracking things by smart scales, it's not going to be accurate. It's another number to focus on that doesn't really tell you anything about your physical, emotional, spiritual, or mental health. But what are the more accurate, what's really the only accurate body fat percentage?
Yeah. So, like I remember some of these. So like the number one kind of holy grail, I think, is the DEXA scan. And I'm familiar with it because I'm an X-ray technologist and we use the DEXA scan all the time, but we used it just to measure bone density because it does that as well. I wish I like had one so I could have just compared it right to this smart scale number. But basically that's the most accurate, and it's literally like a full body scan. It's using
it's medical technology. A medical doctor has to use this piece of technology to tell you your accurate composition. So all of those numbers,
there needs to be an order for it, I'm assuming, in Canada anyways. I can't imagine that you can just go in.
Is how I got mine back in the day when I was in the corporate world. We had a membership with Medcan, and I went and got mine done once. Just for fun. I was in competition days, so I was like, might as well use this benefit.
That would be super interesting.
Yeah, I was like, might as well use this benefit.
And I mean, they use it for, so they would use it medically, like obviously bone density, just people at risk for cardiovascular disease, those types of things, because it's so accurate.
Right.
So that's number one. And it is hard to get a hold of that. Like it's hard to get one of those, basically.
Laboratory testing. It's not something you can buy out on Amazon or at Walmart.
Oh my God, no.
Shocking.
I wish. Amazon Prime, DEXA scan. It's like and also, it uses radiation. So like, good luck having someone be like, go for it. Like, no.
Yeah. So it was
radiation is frowned upon.
Oh, wait, what? Really? I didn't know that.
It's not much though.
So what else? What's the other one you told me about? The other?
Yeah. So this one actually, like, I think a lot of people hear about the water measurement one, which I'm going to get to next. But before that was ranked, is called the bod pod.
Yeah, I have heard
and it literally looks like this little like it's like this tube that you get in, and like you wear a swim cap, not because you're getting wet, but just basically you have to wear like nothing, or like a swimsuit, so there's not much on you. And it's based on air displacement types of situations. So it must obviously physics, and I'm not fucking going there because I don't know physics, but didn't do that
Physics
great in
and
physics.
shit, you know, science and shit. So
But basically, it would be obviously a better option, I guess, instead of DEXA if you were worried about like radiation or
right.
stuff like
Okay,
that.
so that's like another
yeah,
option
it's
that's
another
higher, at least more accurate than
yeah.
some of these other things. And then
We
the
and
water
then
one.
yeah, the water one. So the hydrostatic weighing, which like I think is a little bit more accessible. I know like a lot of people in the States use it a lot when I'm
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Mhm.
It's pretty accurate too. Obviously, you have to be like completely submerged in water. So like you'll get weighed before you go in, and then you go underwater completely, and they get like a body weight or whatever. And they just basically take that, subtract the water from it, and it's quite accurate, I guess, that way.
Cool. Yeah, I think, and then other than that, other than the DEXA scan, which I got way back when, I've never even heard of those other ones really.
Mm-hmm.
The only other one that I've used is calipers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So inch test.
Yeah.
And what, like, again, even that, so that's what like professional athletes use too. Like a lot of pro sports teams will have their trainers and stuff do like pinch tests on their athletes, because they obviously have to be a certain, body fat percentage to perform well and stuff. Even those are really not accurate, because
No.
it leaves a lot of room for human error, because
Mm-hmm.
like a person actually has to pinch you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's tons of variables involved with this that at the end of the day do not make it very accurate. You can have, like, I could go right now and have a pinch test. I could have a 6-point pinch test. I could have a 14-point pinch test. You can have a 20-point pinch test. And all of those tests could produce different results. And
Mm-hmm.
if I had a different person do them,
Mm-hmm.
they would produce different results.
Yeah.
So it's just not very accurate.
No. And it literally is right down to like where on the skin is pinching it. Like I remember when I had it done,
Or like here
you get
versus
one
here.
like above belly button, and it was like one number, and then literally like fucking not even 2 centimeters higher, completely different number. It's crazy.
Not even 2 centimeters, literally, right?
No, like a millimeter. Yeah.
Literally, you could move it slightly
Like
off.
you should have to like you would need to go get fucking tattooed where they did.
Exactly. So that's just it. You would literally have to pinch in exactly the same spot every time. So I guess one of the arguments I hear a lot is, well, consistently, if you do it consistently, it can become a number that you can track for progress as long as it's consistent.
Right.
But all of these things so smart scales, pinch test, those two things at least are there's just no way to eliminate those variables. There's no physical way to make it exact every time.
Yeah.
Why for the smart scales? Because drinking an extra cup of water, and I mean literally an extra 80 milliliters of water could make a difference.
Like I stepped on my scale after having 2 pieces of toast with peanut butter and jam.
So, which it's not gonna be accurate, right? So no. I think I have a really hard time. I mean, it's just one of those things. Like it's the same as weighing yourself. It's not an accurate representation.
I find that it's BMI. Like, yeah.
It's not an accurate representation.
No, and I find it, like, I have clients obviously that weigh themselves, and like you said, it is one way to track progress. And I think too, it depends where you're at in your weight loss journey. Like if you're somebody who's relatively lean and you're looking for more like body comp changes, the scale's really not for you. And neither is obviously the smart scale, because it's not going to be correct because the scale's not correct.
Not correct.
The one thing that I will say is, like, if somebody does have like a fair amount, we'll say, to lose, it could be quite motivating for them to see that number drop, because it is going to drop if they're losing. That's probably the only positive I think that I have to say about it, is it can be quite motivating. But it's when you put something on the internet to like, let's
Yeah.
say these
Fitness
scales and
professional should not be posting body fat percentages on the internet. Let's just put it
oh
that
my
way.
goodness. It's just, could you even
You
imagine, like, could you even
wouldn't see a
imagine, right?
respectable fitness professional doing that. You just wouldn't see it. Like you've never seen a respectable fitness professional posting a body fat percentage, their own or someone else's, because it's to me,
Well,
it's
it's starting
negligent.
at,
It's negligence. Like what were we going to say? It's saying,
it's just, yeah, it's like, especially if you're being looked up to and stuff, it's like you're literally creating actual issues for people mentally by doing that, right? Because if I saw somebody post something and it was like a crazy ass low number that's literally not sustainable to like a female body, and I thought that that was normal, and I
you
went and
didn't
got on
know
my
any
scale
better.
and I step on my scale, it's 27.7%. And I'm like, I thought I was lean. I thought I
Yes.
looked good. I was proud of myself. What the hell is this number? Right. And it's the same thing with marketing. It's like the marketing ads that target these smart scales. You're putting that out there. You're grabbing people who are feeling like they need something like that. You're not giving them any education. It should come with a slip literally that says normal body fat percentages.
Well, even
Like, I don't
that
know.
would be like, I know what you mean, even that, but like,
There's just no education behind it at all.
no. And it's the same as, in my opinion, it's the same as sharing like your weight. Like, why would you,
Yeah.
it creates a neurosis around, it's playing into diet culture. At the end of the day, it plays into diet culture regardless of, I
Love
think
that.
that's what it does. Like at the end of the day, if you're, I mean, like we said on the end of our last episode, right? It's like just another fucking thing to start tracking, right? And obsessing over.
Yeah. 100%.
Why not just focus on how you feel, how you feel, how you look, how things, your mental health, your emotional health, focus on those, focus on feeling good, feeling strong, getting lots of rest. Like there's so many more important things.
I know. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do about this for people. Is it not just like the constant battle in your profession to convince people that the scales suck? Like it's a constant.
Yes.
It's just
stop worrying about the scale.
Yeah. Like I just don't know how we're going to like.
I know. Well, that's our job. I honestly do feel like it is my personal and professional responsibility to try to get it out to as many people as possible that this number on the scale doesn't matter. Like stop focusing on these numbers. I mean, obviously at a certain point, if you need to like track things and measure progress, yes. But the more you focus on these numbers, the less happy you'll be.
No, it's so true. Okay, so what I've been telling like some of my clients lately that like, some people you just can't get them to stop fucking weighing themselves, right? It just is what it is. And it's fine. So I'm just like, okay, before you step on the scale, you need to do a self-evaluation. If you're going to step on the scale, you need to go through this self-talk. You need to ask yourself, did I hit my nutrition? Did I drink my water? Did I move my body? Did I exercise? Do I feel pretty good in my clothes? If the answer is yes, then if you're going to step on that scale, you need to not fucking care what it says.
Right.
And don't step on it if you're not sure.
Yes. What a great test. I think that is such a good test for anyone who is
before you step on
working on their health habits or making changes to their health habits, their lifestyle. That's a great test. Ask yourself those questions, how you feel. And if stepping on the scale is going to impact your mental and emotional health, throw the fucking scale out.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know if you saw this video, but like one of my clients, Lisa, she like literally busted her scale. Like, I don't know if you saw this. It was hilarious.
So that's what one of our girls did. She took a sledgehammer to it, the whole photo shoot around it. It was great.
I'm like, you need to literally start like a television show where you just fucking knock on people's doors because like you have been like literally tipped off that the scale is like getting them, and just go in and fucking break their
grab the scale, throw it out.
I would watch that TV.
Seriously though, oh my god.
And then pair it with an intervention. Like that's something.
There's just so many more important things than those numbers in the scale. And whether it's a smart scale or a basic whatever scale, like they don't matter. And yeah, I really like your test. I really, really like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Love it.
Try it out, peeps. I do it. I do it to myself. It's kind of how I got to where I am, to like not caring.
Yeah.
Like if your clothes feel great and you feel like you look really great, because how many times have you
looked
thought
in the
you look
mirror, you feel
awesome
good, you look awesome, and then you step on the scale and you're like,
and your whole you just literally let your whole
because of that
worth drop.
one fucking number.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that to yourself?
I know. It's like you just hyped yourself up in your brain for the last whatever. Like it used to be the point where I wouldn't even weigh myself like before a workout, because it could affect my workout if I was looking in the mirror and I felt what I weighed.
Your whole day. It can affect your whole day.
Yeah. It's just not okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to get scales banned. Hashtag ban the scales.
I'll sign a petition.
We should start a change.org.
Like literally the world is so fucked up, and this is what we demand.
Well, everyone's locked in at home with their fucking scales.
Throw the fucking scale out. Like that's, you know what? Thank you for coming to our TED Talks. Let's throw the fucking scale out. Smart scale, regular scale, throw the fucking scale out.
Hashtag throw the fucking scale out. Hashtag you're beautiful.
I love it.
That's it. That's the tweet.
Did you say T or tweet?
The tweet. I've been running with that one lately.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to be on Twitter to get it. Ask Keith.
Okay, we'll ask him. He's not. I don't think he'll know. Anyway, guys, yeah, that's it. That's the gist. Thanks so much for tuning in, and shout out to Opulence Media Group for getting us set up once again. All right, wait, what are we talking about next week?
I know. I don't know.
Okay. Do we want to do another thing where people give us ideas? Oh, there was one. Okay, so I don't know about you, but people have been asking to talk about supplements a lot. I don't know if you want to get into that next week.
Yeah. I love that.
Do you want to do supplements? Like
let's do we can talk about just like basic ones that we might tell people to take or whatever.
Yep.
And then
hint, it's not a food replacement.
Oh, are we going to dip back into that? Because I'm okay with that.
Maybe. But it's the last, let's just like what do we call it? What a teaser here. It's the last part. It's the last part of the puzzle, the health puzzle. But let's talk supplements.
Yeah. Let's talk supplements. I love that.
Cool. Awesome.
Yay.
Thanks so much for coming, guys. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.